hour and 45 minutes. He broke the record for the longest State of the Union speech ever. And not only that, the previous longest speech ever given by a president that wasn't a State of the Union was by himself at an hour and 39 minutes. So he broke Clinton's record and his own record all in one night, almost 2 hours. Remember, 79 years old, about to turn 80 years old in 4 months. Tom, your biggest takeaway from, and by the way, while this is going on, a couple things we haven't even seen. I'll show you a couple things here. That's Al Green. If you want to get to the first one, Rob, just showed a picture of when the president walked in, what he was showing. Zoom in a little bit. Well, you see what he has or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I at first, I thought that was a meme.
Yeah.
I said, it's got to be AI. Okay. So now go to the video, Rob, if you could, while this is taking place. Al Green becomes the first person to be kicked out of the State of the Union 2 years in a row. That's him. And a couple people are saying things to him.
So stupid.
The guy in the blue, you see him just said, "Come on, Al," right there. He just said, "Come on, Al."
Where we were just.
So, yeah, so that's taking place behind the scenes. And then a couple other people screaming, commentary being made on who was screaming, who was not. Of the Supreme Court justice that was there, of the 9, only 4 showed up.
Sure.
Not the 9. So, by the way, that's 6 Republicans. That means 2 Republicans didn't show up. If you want to play the clip of who was there, these were the folks that showed up.
Roberts, Kagan, Kavanaugh.
Let me just point out, this is the Chief Justice, Elena Kagan, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. Justices of the Supreme Court, 4 of the 9, Amy Coney Barrett, Kagan, and Roberts, all voted against President Trump in his tariff ruling. We don't know how this is about.
So that's interesting to see who showed up, who didn't show up. Okay, having said that, favorite part of the entire speech, Tom?
I think the first hour was.
I thought you froze for a second.
I thought. I
was like,
no, I think
the Matrix.
No, I think the first hour was why I voted for him. He went down the list of things is why we voted for him. What he did with, and the list was just huge. I could go on and on and on, but it was a trip down the year, reminding us of all the things he said he was going to do and all the things that he did. Fentanyl, murder the lowest rate, what he did in Washington, D.C., and then starting at the beginning, what he did with meds, the most favored nation, MVF, to get medications down, prescription meds down. He said, I'm going to protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and the insider trading. I thought he went through that. So I thought it was a wonderful trip. I was waiting for maybe 1 or 2 new things that might come out, but he reminded us of what he did with the Trump accounts. And he was who we voted for tonight. Brash, poked. You people are crazy. At the same time, makes us laugh. You know, I've always wanted a Medal of Honor for myself. Makes us laugh in that. It's what I expected. I was hoping to hear more on affordability, but I was glad that he reminded us just so much of what he's done on energy prices. He dwelled on that for a minute or two to remind us of what he had done. And then also reminded us of things that were important that he didn't get done yet, that no one's gotten done. The SAVE Act, no mail-in ballots. I felt like this is the president I voted for. I wish more that, I was looking for more that he would give a red meat of things he was going to push over the course of the summer that the voting bloc can rally around, right? You say, hey, with each election, you have to have a cause and you have to have something you're for. And right now, what we have for us midterms is we got to rally around. Don't let them. Don't let them. That's where we are right now for midterms, where I don't feel like we're rallying around a lot of things that are new. The SAVE Act is very important to get it passed. But you see where I'm going? I was looking for like one or 2 big new things, but it was a trip. It was a trip down reminding me of why I voted for him, and the stuff that he did get done is an amazing agenda.
I'm going to come to a couple of you guys here in a minute, so just be ready. If anybody has any thoughts that they want to say, raise your hand. We'll signal and look for you and come to you. Finney, your thoughts?
I absolutely loved it. I think it was such, like, if you want to talk about entertainment, just compare this State of the Union to Joe Biden's State of the Union. Short, drugged out of his mind, doesn't know what he's saying. Think about what we just got, Pat. Think about this. You got a message for America. You got a celebration of what we are and where we came from, where we are, and where we're going. He gave out medals, like you said, a Medal of Freedom, Purple Heart, Medal of Honor. He brought sport. By the way, the happiest he was in this entire speech was when the hockey team came out. Did you notice how excited he was? Because, by the way, and this goes back to his sports.
And here are some winners.
Yeah, remember, he was back in the day. He was freaking, at all the boxing matches and all the sporting events. That's who he is. I love that we got a little bit of entertainment as well, Pat. Crapping on the Democrats in front of their faces. Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib just angry, bitter, yelling, disrespectful, which I'm not shocked. And he got to reveal. We got to see what these Democrats are really about. They're not standing for certain things. They're pro-illegals, all right? They're not standing up for people that were stabbed and murdered by illegals because of their freaking policies. And guys, we got a comedy show. He's funny. So all around, Pat, I think for 2 hours for somebody that's almost 80 years old, it was awesome. This is what I've done. This is who we are, and this is where we're going. I absolutely loved it. It was awesome.
Adam.
Can you hear me okay, PPD?
We can, yes. Go for it.
I wasn't sure. When Tom glitched, I was like, do we have a problem? But I think just Tom's getting tired. It was a long speech. But a couple quick takeaways. Number one, shout out to the men's hockey team. I mean, he paraded them out there. And when he said, we're going to win so big, I'm like, where's this guy going? Boom, they enter the room like that.
Don't let him do that to you, Tom.
I know, I'm sorry about that, Tom.
Listen,
but you glitched
you
for a
had
second.
to.
I
Do
thought
not
it was
let
on
him
my
bully
end,
you,
but I'm glad
Tom.
you're
I
back.
don't appreciate it.
I know you don't appreciate it, Pat, but we had to call, the truth is the truth. We believe in the truth here.
All right, shout
But
out to
can we
Side.
say what really the bottom line is here? I mean, he's here 2 hours talking. There was a 3-minute segment, and he said, all right, guys, here's your chance. If you agree with this, stand up. If not, stay seated. And he said, if you want to protect American citizens instead of illegal aliens, please stand up. And half the room stood up, round of applause. And then the Democrats, unfortunately, they showed exactly who they are. Guys, this is not that hard. This is not a partisan issue to say, I stand for the American people. He completely shamed them. He said they should be ashamed of himself. Meanwhile, the people that believe in citizens of the United States are chanting USA. It's the loudest applause of the night. And here these guys are sitting just like blank faces. Shame on you, Democrats. I used to be someone that voted Democrat, and never in my life, after seeing that, could I ever consider voting Democrat again. It's crazy. How are you going to stand for illegals and not the American citizens? Your job is to stand for the American citizens. Democrats, please do better. Last but not least, the one part that they did stand for was the Insider Trading Act. Shout out to Nancy Pelosi. He's like, where are you, Nancy? So the Democrats, unfortunately, revealed their hand. We know exactly who they are. And they're pro-illegal immigration and open borders. Guys, this really isn't that hard of a thing. But you hate Trump so much that you're going to sit down and rather than stand up for the American people. Shame on you.
Tom, what are the comment section saying?
Our comments?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't appreciate his poke.
I thought it was funny. I thought Adam, he's trying to upset you, Tom. He's rage baiting you.
What they were actually, the comments were agreeing with Vinny on the medals. When Vinny was talking about the medals, the comments were running that he recognized it was coming down here. He recognizing so many
I was joking
Americans
when I asked, what did the comment section say, Tom? That was a total joke. But let me go over here.
Tom's checking the comments section.
Let me ask a couple people here. By the way, you make a very good point on the part about, I think that clip of, this is your chance, stand up. And it was 3 minutes of recording. He stood up and he just looked at him. That's going to be used at every midterm. If I'm a marketing guy, I'm going to cut that and I'm going to go door knocking for whatever midterm, Congress, House, anybody that's running for midterms. I'm going to go and say, are you more for Americans or are you for illegal immigrants? Hey, when the president said this, your candidate didn't stand up. Is that who you want to vote for? Is that who you want to vote for? That's what I'm doing. So when you're going knocking on doors, I'm just going to get an iPad out and I'm showing that clip. I'm going to get my phone out. That is the easiest thing to do. You don't need a script. You don't need to know the Constitution. You don't need to know nothing. Do you want somebody that defends illegal immigrants more than you? The Democratic Party of today, by the way, not of 20 years ago. If you watch what Schumer said about illegal immigrants 20 years ago, if you watch what Hillary said about illegal immigrants 20 years ago, if you watch what Obama said about illegal immigrants 15 years ago, you know what they say about it? They are not for this, not for this. So what the hell is going on with today's Democratic Party? That is the worst piece of a moment of the State of the Union that's going to be used between now and the end of the year. I don't know how much impact it's got. I don't know if it's going to flip some seats. I don't know what it's going to do, but I do think it's a big mistake that they made. Mono, go for it. Who do we have out here on what they want to say?
Hello, Andy Hernandez. I thought he was masterful. He just really exposed what the Democrat Party doesn't stand for or stand for. I don't know. The biggest takeaway that I got is, what do the Democrats stand for? And I will ask you guys is, where would you rank this State of the Union in the 5 that Trump, or the 4, 5 that Trump has had?
Where would you put it? I will tell you from and I'll keep that brief because I don't know if I want to go there. I think for me, it's more about the following. Let me tell you what makes it special. If you think about what is the most difficult decision you have to make this week, think about the most intense, high-intense tension moment with your spouse, with your boss, with a client, with a vendor, with a massive, nasty negotiation conversation. Then imagine you had to go in the room and face that person. What is the most intense meeting you had this year? And how did you handle that meeting? This guy just walked into the room where nearly half the room hates him. Mm-hmm. They can't stand him. And he knows how many people probably watch the State of the Union today. What do you think is the total number of people that are probably going to end up watching that? What's the number? What do you think the number is? Tens of millions? Rob,
20,
what would you say? 50 million?
Yeah.
Say 50, 40, 50 million people watched it. Whoever's watching this, you're a regular human being. You think about tension. You just got publicly, your tariffs didn't go through because of Supreme Court. 4 of them are sitting literally in front of you. Right there, they're in front of you while you're speaking. And if it's 4 of them, what does that tell you? At least one of them wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Then you got the complete other side here that's calling you racist, that's calling you all this other stuff. They don't want to see you win. Then you got everybody in mainstream media are saying what they're saying. While you're walking up the aisle, the other guys are rage baiting you. And you get up there and you smile and laugh and have fun and give people Medal of Honors, Medal of Freedoms, Purple Hearts, and you're celebrating with the hockey team and you're saying the women's team is going to come to the White House on a separate day and you're enjoying yourself. To me, that's like the ultimate middle finger to every hater he has. I think that's why it makes this special. I don't know if the context or the content makes it special. I think what made it special is he was inside a tornado. In the middle of it, folks, what is the biggest decision that you're carrying right now? Maybe you know about one of your siblings that's going through a divorce that nobody else knows about. Maybe your kid got caught doing some drugs that you know you're dealing with it. Maybe one of your sons or your daughter called you, they want to get a divorce and leave their wives or their husbands. Maybe you yourself are going through marital issues. Maybe you're going through a health issue nobody knows about. Maybe you're going through a bankruptcy. Something's going on with you that nobody knows about. Maybe you're going through so many different things. How do you walk into meetings? What do you do? Well, what's the burden the guy's got right now with what he's handling? I mean, this is a job you sign up for to be a president. And to come in and do it like that, and this long, and this calm, and have fun in the face of everybody else. Marcus Aurelius, I tweeted this a minute ago. Marcus Aurelius once tweeted this. You guys didn't catch that one, did you?
Old school tweets.
Yeah, he used to be on Twitter a lot back in the days. Marcus Aurelius once said this: the best way to upset your enemies is to remain calm. And he upset his enemies tonight. He made a fool out of them. And by the way, I have a feeling the market's going to go crazy tonight. He said this, and he didn't say that, and he didn't say this. He's going through this. What is the biggest decision they have to make that they haven't made yet? What is the biggest decisions that they have to make that they haven't made yet? What do you think happened 2 hours before that meeting? You think he's had 2 days to prepare for this? You think he's had 2 days of don't bother me. Don't bother me. Let me get some time. I can't shake hands because if I shake hands, I may get sick. You think he has the privilege to do that? Hell no. What is the biggest decision that he has to make that they haven't made the decision yet? Iran. And you go up there, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Hockey. I love the goalie. You know, it was great. That's why we're giving him the Medal of Freedom. What? Yeah. You know, he's a good-looking guy. Look at the guy with the green, that suit was like 2 sizes too small. Yeah. What a good-looking guy, you know. I mean, he's doing all this stuff, working the crowd. So to me, I think you got to give credit to the man that's under that kind of fire and he remained calm, poised, played, punked them, did what he did, got up, gave the longest speech, and left, and he's 79 years old, about to be 80. You got to respect it. I don't care what anybody says. You got to respect it. Anybody else here that has anything to say? Vic, how about yourself? And maybe introduce yourself and what it is you do so people know.
I'm Jack Production.
Yes.
I work at Fort Lauderdale. What I took from tonight, I'm here with my son, my firstborn, and
This is the son that you guys talked to for 3-4 hours doing
Yeah.
hookah?
yes.
Seriously?
So I think the first time, this is his first State of the Union. He's never watched a state. He didn't even know what a State of the Union was. And for the young kids,
How old are you? Okay. What's he's got like a physique though. He's like a big boy, huh?
definitely the big boy. These kids, for the first time the first hour of the State of the Union was, to me, what he did, what he's done. But the last hour, for me, taught the young kids the medals, the hockey teams, it felt like he was wholesome, like he did it, like he made it like he did. I think at the end of the day, he felt human. He talked about the medals he gave. He talked about the families and everything he
Jack,
did.
why do
And
you
I
support
think
him? Why do you support him?
I like his values. I support him because I believe in him. I support him because the things that he talks about, I don't agree the way he comes across certain ways. I don't. But I value his values. The way he talks, the way he's with his kids, the way he's a family guy. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And to me, that last hour, the young kids in this world got it, in my opinion. And that's my opinion.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, you hope they're watching. I'm trying to think. When you were 23, were you watching State of the Union?
Absolutely.
I can tell you what my 14-year-old son is doing. He's glued to the screen, watching the State of the Union. He can't wait for me to go talk to him. He's going to be like, Dad, you came too late. I'm not going to see him tonight. I'll see him in the morning. I like when he said this. I didn't watch the State of the Union until I was 47 years old. Today's the first time I'm watching this. Obviously, I'm joking with you. It was probably my late 20s. But 23 years old watching something like this. For those of you guys that also love America, let me give a quick shout out before we get this thing done. Rob, can we show that the guys that the crew play this clip? I just love seeing our American flag and a merch that we have here. We got our guys are in Italy at the Midterm show walking around wearing American flag material.
Yes.
Go ahead, Rob. Play the clip. Go for it.
If you love this country, show it. Lead with pride in the Valuetainment USA collection. Designed for freedom thinkers, built for everyday leaders. Red, white, blue. Purpose. Wear what you believe in. Valuetainment USA.
Go to vtmerch.com, place your order for the USA hat and the future look bright. Gear, represent, go to war, confuse your peers. Any reason why you're wearing a USA hat? Yeah, because I love this country. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.